Welcome to Hungry Books. Please subscribe. Even though divorce rates have risen in recent decades, it still seems that most people believe that the one is out there for them. Technology has undoubtedly made it simpler to find a fling, but splitting up is still just as easy to do. So how do we navigate the troubled waters of love? And to whom can we turn for advice on making the right decisions in our romantic lives? How about your grandparents, who have been happily married for more than 60 years? This video offers you valuable lessons on loving from some 700 older people who have experienced healthy and rewarding long-term relationships. Whether you're looking for love today or hoping to reignite that spark with your partner, you'll learn what makes a relationship work and what doesn't. Thus, the author spoke with over 700 Americans, aged 65 or older, many of whom experienced stable marriages and others who were less successful. The author noted too that there was hardly any difference between the advice given by same-sex couples and by heterosexual pairs. And hear what we have learned. Trust your heart, but also listen to your head. Finding the perfect mate is a combination of the two. Like so many people, you've probably struggled with knowing whether somebody is the right one for you. While most people would say honestly that you can never know for sure, there are a few strategies to help you find the right life partner. When faced with the decision of whether to commit, for example, it's essential to follow your heart. One indicator is especially crucial. It's called the in love feeling, and you should never marry someone if you don't have it. So what is this feeling? It's an intuitive, almost indescribable sensation that things just feel right. When people say, follow your heart, what they mean is to act on this feeling. So knowing when things are right is essential, but knowing when things are wrong might be even more critical. But having the in love feeling isn't enough to commit. You also need to listen to your rational mind. This means getting to know your partner to determine if you share the same goals and core values. To understand whether a person has what it takes to be a life partner, you should consider the practical things. Is she financially responsible? Would he make a good parent? It's also essential to learn what your potential partner cares about. While different interests can add flair and excitement to a relationship, differences in values can be cataclysmic. Lovebirds aren't mind readers. Talk often, but don't shout. Choose the timing of your chats wisely. The key to lasting love is sitting down to discuss an issue, instead of shouting or holding your tongue. Learning strong communication skills, and importantly, choosing the right times to talk, are essential to a successful relationship, they said. But just talking isn't enough, you have to know when to speak. This means you tell when your partner is receptive to what you're saying, not just when you want to open your mouth. Remember this, however, don't ever start a serious conversation on an empty stomach. Food, or a lack thereof, can affect your mood. That said, food can even help take the heat out of an argument. So committing to communication and timing your talks are the keys to a lasting relationship, but it's also essential to remember that we can't read each other's minds. Partners in love just know what the other one wants is a total myth. People just don't see events the same way. To avoid falling into this mind-reading trap, ask questions until you understand what your partner wants, and even rephrase what your partner has said to make sure you're on the same page. Have kids. Great, but don't make them the center of your life. Your marriage comes first. Marriage can be beautiful and poignant, it can also be a challenge. Some of the more traditional aspects of marriage, such as raising children and keeping house, can often be the most stressful. For this reason, older couples always say to put your marriage first, even if you have kids. Focusing only on your children is a bad idea. If your marriage fails, your kids will feel the effects. Unhappy parents who continuously argue aren't exactly great role models, either. Children aren't the only strain on a marriage, money issues are another significant burden. If you can, avoid debt at all costs. While many married couples tend to be more financially stable than single people, arguments about money can also last longer and be more pointed than discussions on any other topic. For this reason, couples with sufficient funds tend to fight less over finances, whereas marriages on a tight budget tend to stress over how each dime is spent. Be sure to plan your finances consciously, and set the right priorities to avoid wasting money you just don't have. To stay out of debt, for example, try to save up for purchases instead of relying on credit cards. Importantly, don't compare your lifestyle to other couples who might be better off financially. How do you keep the spark alive over the years? Little, unexpected gestures of affection make love last. So you've built a beautiful life with a partner you love, have learned to communicate and are on the path to a healthy marriage. But how can you keep things exciting for decades to come? The secret is, unexpected gestures keep the thrill of romance alive. Gifts for your loved one don't have to be tangible. Compliments work just as well. Gifts and compliments are just one part of the equation to keep love's flame burning. Nurturing your relationship, such as having a healthy sex life, is essential, too. Sex can be seen as the glue that maintains intimacy in a marriage, and many experts believe that a healthy sexual relationship goes far beyond simple intercourse. However, while sex can bring people together, once a relationship is established, the friendship at its heart must be nurtured. This step is crucial, as it helps couples enjoy their time together. Long-lasting relationships are built on respect. Don't let anger dominate, remember to laugh. Do you ever hear people saying things like, "I wish I knew then what I know now"? Lifelong experience holds valuable lessons, and there are a few in particular that older couples made a point of sharing with young couples. First, it's essential to respect your partner. But what exactly does that mean? Respect is partly an attitude, but it's also a series of behaviors, things like admiring your partner openly and showing appreciation for their positive contributions. For instance, saying simple things such as, "Thank you, you did a great job." You can also show respect by letting your partner know that you're listening, speaking thoughtfully and not shocking your partner with unwelcome news out of the blue. Second, being able to take a potentially stressful situation in stride, or being able to lighten up in periods of stress is very helpful. Most things just aren't as important as they may seem in the heat of the moment. So before you lose your temper, ask yourself, is it worth it? Humor can also be a great tool to lighten a heavy mood. Building and maintaining a long-term relationship is complicated. By following the advice of elderly people in committed relationships, you too can learn how to focus your efforts, keep good intentions and improve communication toward building a healthy relationship that lasts forever. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe.